Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Iona. For those who are new here, I am so excited to have you. I have a bookish / book haul for you today. Some of these items and books I did get for Christmas. Some were purchased separately. Let me go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with the books, starting with Nightbane. I do have the collector's edition of Lightlark as well as the signed edition of Skyshade, and so I was only missing a Nightbane, and my husband went ahead and got this for Christmas, so I am so excited. The next book I actually had in my cart for the longest time, and I was so excited to receive this for Christmas. I couldn't bring myself to pay the amount that it was. So I think when I was looking at the prices for this, it was at around $40 for the special edition of the book, and the special edition itself was really quite beautiful. So I went ahead and put it in my Christmas wish list, and I did receive it. That is The Poppy War. I was actually super happy to receive this as a Christmas present. I'm super thankful to have gotten this. Look how beautiful the book is. That's the outside. What is that, like a fire? And then there is some drawings on the inside. So one thing about me is that I do a lot of research before I buy or decide to read a book. But then by the time that I either purchase that book or go to read that book, I would have forgotten what it's about. So all I know is like foggy recollections of what the book is about, but then I know it's something that I at one point wanted to read. All I remember from The Poppy War is that it is about an orphan who passes a test and does extremely well, and goes on to military school, I believe, and probably joins a war. Again, I am terrible at remembering what books are about. I just know it intrigued me at one point, and it's something that I want to read in the future. The next book that I got, I did not receive for Christmas. I actually purchased this myself. It is one of the other books that was in my want to read list. I mentioned before that I actually wanted to expand the genre that I read, and so I decided to go ahead and pick up a science fiction book, which is called Project Hail Mary. I'm sure there are a lot of other science fiction books out there that I could get into, but I heard great things about this one, and so I wanted to start with this. I also wanted to read Red Rising. That is a whole series though, so I may start with this first and then do Red Rising later on. All I know about this book is that it is about a man who wakes up in space, and he knows he's been asleep for a long period of time, but he doesn't have any recollection of what happened. He wakes up with two bodies next to him, which are his crewmates, and he has no recollection as to what his name is or what he's supposed to be doing. It sounded like something that would really interest me for the whole book, and I'm excited to see what happens. And the next book that I have is so beautiful and gorgeous. I'm so excited to have it. It's also a good storyline, don't get me wrong, but it helps a lot when the book is pretty to look at. So yeah, I love seeing pictures, and I love when the book compels me to read it because it's so darn beautiful. And I honestly don't know what the reviews are like on this book. I just know it was a story that intrigued me and I wanted to read, and the book was pretty, and that is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Look how pretty. When I received this, I was so happy. It's actually a lot smaller than it looks on video or in pictures. This is a tiny book. It's fat, but it's tiny. And then in the inside, look at these pretty flowers right here. And then I'm gonna show you the pictures on the inside. Look how detailed that is. I'm telling you, I love books with pictures in them. Like the young reader in me coming out. Do you guys remember when your teachers would read to you like this. They would read the story and like read and show you like that. I think that's the reason why I like books with pictures on them, because there's that memory of like the teacher going, just reading off the book and showing the pictures and going like this. Was that just my teachers? I don't know. Was that just like an American thing? I remember there'd be like story times and you guys would like sit around the carpet and she'd like literally show. But yeah. So I have 2 more books and they go together, and I'm excited for the next one to come out, which is The Assistant to the Villain and Apprentice to the Villain. Look how pretty they are. So I keep hearing about how funny these books are. And if you know me, I love a good sense of humor. I love it when a book can be funny and intriguing at the same time. So I'm so excited to get to reading these books. And yeah, and that about does it for the books. I'm gonna go ahead. I actually got a couple of bookmarks that I am so excited about. The first one I'm gonna show you, this is actually in honor of the Onyx Storm coming out on the 21st, which I'm so excited about. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that book to come out. I read Iron Flame I think middle of this year. Was it the middle of this year? I read it the middle of this year, and then I've had to wait ever since then for Onyx. I'm sure everybody feels the same way I do. So they've been waiting for it and are excited for it. And that is these bookmarks. It all came into one. So one of the orders came with all 3 of these. And isn't this funny? I honestly think he's gonna redeem himself in the next couple books. He's already been trying, so I feel like he's gonna do better. You know, believe the good in people. But yeah, and then here's Violent Little Thing, and then Fly or Die. And these are acrylics, so they're not paper. They're like hard type things, which I appreciate, because having a bookmark, you want something that's a little bit durable and maybe a little harder to lose. We've all been there where we've lost our bookmarks. I got these 3, not at the same time, but this is hilarious. And I think it's really funny that it's double-sided, but I got bookmarks also for my dark romances. Please don't judge me. We listen, we don't judge. I thought this was hilarious. I've seen this in a couple places, and please don't judge me. I just thought it was hilarious to put in my dark romance books. And then I also got bookmarks for my romance. I've mentioned this before, and whenever I read romance books, I always compare it to like Rachel and Ross from Friends, and I always say, oh, he's her lobster and stuff like that, if they were truly meant to be. So I thought for my romance books I can get these bookmarks, and then they have cute little lobsters in the end. Isn't that cute? It's adorable, right? And one of them says, I found my lobster, and the other one says, you are my lobster. That's so cute. But yeah, those are my little trinkets that I got. But I've also I've showed you in my previous video, this is a big one for me because it changes the way I read and the way I journal and plan things, which is my new bestie. I know I'm showing it again. I showed it in the previous video, but I thought you guys should see it again. It's exciting, guys. It's changing the way I read. I know that was aggressive. I'm sorry. I feel like I feel like I have to defend my decision, because for the longest time I've been like, I have to have the physical copies of books and I don't know about e-readers. And look, here I am getting an iPad mini. But hear me out here. Kingdom of Ash is my next read. That is a big book. I like to read everywhere in my house. I like to read while I go places. I like to do all that. And honestly, I would rather carry this small device than let me show you. Hold on. than carry this book. Do you know how hard that is on your hands? And like, look how fat that is. And instead, I could just read it here where, look, so light, right? And look at that. I'm not carrying this around with me. Yeah, I know, I'm totally trying to defend my decisions here, but I thought you should know. You should know my reasoning behind wanting to switch to e-readers. But yeah, that is all for my book/bookish haul. If you made it this far, I really want to thank you. I appreciate you watching my content. And if you do like my content, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye.